If you're like me, the most complicated math you'll have to do in your life is calculating how much to tip the Asian masseuse whilst in a delirious haze of ecstasy. But that doesn't mean I forgot some of the first grade math that I'm going to apply to help you memorize different things you can do on the guitar fretboard, right? This is all going to be super, super easy, rocking the Epiphone Master Built today. And we're going to start with the very simplest one, and that's learning how to add 12. There's only 12 notes in music. Wherever you have a note, 3rd fret of the low E string. I know this is a G. I can add 12. 3 plus 12 is 15. Go to the 15th fret. That is the next version of a G. F sharp is the 2nd fret. Add 12. 14, okay? So that means if I want to do some kind of riff in like F minor, I can do that same thing 12 frets higher. Instead of starting on the 1st fret, I'll start on the 13th fret. So it's just kind of a way to recognize different things. Now that's just called an octave higher. Even though it's 12 notes, we're talking about 8 notes through the major scale, making it the next highest pitch. Just an easy way to remember, if this is an F, the next highest one is the 13th fret. Same with any string. C is the first note on the B string. You can also find it 1 plus 12, 13 on the B string. Cool? Now, the next one, which I think is really valuable, is just learning how to add 7, okay? Now, depending on what kind of guitar you're playing, going 12 frets higher isn't going to be something you can easily do unless you have like a guitar with like a 24 fret guitar with cutaway stuff like that. On acoustic, sometimes that's not really going to help you out way up here. So adding 7 is really helpful because adding 7 to any note fret, that 3rd fret again is a G. If we go down a string and add 7, 3 plus 7 is 10. The 10th fret on the A string, that is going to be that same note that we would go 12 frets higher on the same string, okay? So now I can kind of open up to any kind of thing, or maybe I can do that same riff in G, do it on the 10th fret. Same thing, right? Really, if you're using power chords and stuff and you want to find like the next highest version of a chord, maybe like you're playing like an E major or something like that, and you want to kind of just move off of that and come back to it, you can just add 7 and then go to the string down. So again, when I play like an open E major, open is my root note. That's going to be the 7th fret here. So I can kind of jump back and forth between here. Same with G. I find that really helpful in songs that maybe sit on a particular chord for a while to kind of just create a little bit of movement and then come back to it in that same sequence where that same chord is, right? The next helpful math tip I have is dividing by 2. And that's what you'll have to do to the entirety of your assets if you impregnate a girl that you meet at a Steel Panther concert. This actually happened to a friend of mine, and R.I.P. man, R.I.P. That brings us to plus 5 plus 2. So what that means is we're going to stay on the same string again, and we're going to find the other main chords in pretty much any key. So let's go back to that E major thing, right? Now, 1s, 4s, and 5s, and all that means, those are notes in the major scale that make certain chords. Those are the most common chords that you'll see in traditional music, right? Specifically the blues too, right? So if we're in the key of E major, the next chord is usually the 4 chord in a progression. We can always find that chord by adding 5 to where we are. So open on the E string, add 5, gets us to A major. That's going to be the 1 chord to the 4 chord, okay? That interval is always going to be the same no matter what key you're in. Maybe you're playing in the key of F sharp major and you're not familiar with all the different chord names in there. You can always just take that addition of 5 notes to get to the 4 chord from wherever you are. So 2 is F sharp, right? I can always go to this chord's 4 chord by adding 5 frets. So 2 to 7. The 1 chord to the 4 chord in any key, all right? Now, then we're going to actually add 2 to that. So that's going to give us that next chord in progressions that are really commonly found. So the 1 chord plus 5 frets will get us to the 4 chord in a progression. Plus 2 is going to get us to the 5 chord. And then back home. Okay? So what's really useful about the plus 5 plus 2 thing is it also works in minor keys and for minor chords. So if we have E minor, like that, we can go open, E is E minor, right? Plus 5 is A minor, plus 2 is B minor, back to E minor, okay? We can do this on the A string too. Like let's say we're in the key of C minor, and you've never played that before. It's like, all right, well, where are the other minor chords in C minor? You can always just add 5. So 3 plus 5 is 8, plus 2 is 10. These chords are always going to go together. As long as you know where to start, and then how to add 5, and then how to add 2, those are going to get you really important chords in most traditional songs, okay? The next math tip we have is going to be 57%, which is exactly the percentage off that my masterclass guitar lesson package I made is going to be for the first 100 people that click the link below to kind of check out the masterclass I made that's going to get you more comfortable in jamming with another musician. So make sure you click that off because that's the most important tip that I can give you. So the next tip is going to be able to add or subtract 5 either direction. It's getting a little more complicated, but I think you can handle it. So let's start with that open E again. Just open, right? If you add 5, that's going to get you to the 5th fret from an E to an A. Now the way that most guitars are tuned in standard tuning, that's also going to get you to the next string. So E plus 5 is going to go right here, and that's going to be the next string. So if you want to look at it that way, you could be like, all right, well, the 5th fret, whatever this note is, I know it's the same note as the A string minus 5. So 5E is the same as open A. 6E, whatever note this is, B flat, is the same as 1. 7 minus 5 is 2. Okay, so I think this is really helpful in kind of just being able to maybe move chord voicings around. Let's say I'm rooted on this A string D minor, maybe even like D minor 7. I know that I can add 5 to find the D on the low E string if I go up a string and back. So 5 plus 5 is 10. There's that same note right here and here. So what I can do is maybe I want to get into like a minor pentatonic thing here that maybe I'm more comfortable rooting on the low E string after playing this chord here. So I can jump from this and then get into maybe some double stops or maybe just different kind of minor pentatonic licks that you already know, jumping from an A string rooted chord. So that's why it's good to be able to kind of just diagnose where the same notes are rooted across different strings. And until we get to the B string, you can always do that by taking a note, like let's say the 9th fret on the low E string, you just go to the next highest string and then subtract 5. So 9 to 4, okay? You just cross multiple strings. You could go start on 13, the F on the low E string. 13 minus 5 is 8. 8 minus 5 is 3. That's the way, so now we're kind of traveling across strings to get to these just by adding and subtracting 5. To the power of infinity. This is the rate at which you will go into debt if you decide to get into the boutique guitar effects pedals industry. Good luck with that. Now this next one isn't so much the fretboard as it is just kind of like memorizing some basic music theory, okay? So there's only 7 notes in a key. And then the 8th one is an octave, which again, we already found out how to identify an octave on the same string by adding 12. So I just did that in A. 5. 5 plus 12 is 17. I could always go to the 17th fret to get that next A there. Now each one of those single notes can become a chord, right? In any key, the first note becomes a major chord, the second note becomes a minor chord, the third note becomes a minor chord, the fourth note is a major chord, the 5th note is a major chord, the 6th note is a minor chord, and the 7th note is a minor 7 flat 5 or half diminished chord, okay? So remembering how to keep track of all the different chords in a key, 1, 4, and 5 are major, 2, 3, and 6 are minor. I think just kind of like a really easy formula that helped me remember that and kind of distinguish between those is 1 plus 4 is 5. Those are all the major chords, 1, 4, and 5. That's how you can remember that. And 2 times 3 is 6. Those are all the minor chords. So, in any key, let's say we're in the key of G, right? Just find those notes. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. The first one, again, the first and the 8 are the same note. G, A, B, C, D, E, F sharp, and G. Let's go through the alphabet. The first, 4th, and 5th ones. So, G, A, B, C, and D. G, C, and D are major. 1 plus 4 is 5. 2 and 3 and 6 are going to be minor. G, A is minor. B is minor. 4, 5, 6, E is minor. So A, B minor, and E minor are the 2, 3, and 6 chords. So that's just kind of like a helpful way that I thought was really easy to remember that kind of thing. But hopefully some of these tips will be helpful to you in the future I know that was kind of a really helpful thing for me to kind of identify when I was first starting out and learning the fretboard, because it can be daunting at first, but with just a few simple math tips, even you can do it. So let me know if you have any questions in the comments section, Instagram, Twitter, or the website. I'll talk to you all soon. Thanks a lot.